It is time. It is time. So, I'm gonna be going over the Evo news as well as the Tekken patch that got announced today. The patch notes have been released. The patch will come out in exactly 1 week. And also, as you can see here, starting my ranked journey on Jin. So yeah. Let's just start with the Evo news. Three big ones: AKUMA, SLAYER, and LIDIA. LIDIA, I'm gonna save my opinions on LIDIA for a separate video because I have a lot to say about that. Just know that I am happy that it's a character I've never played before, although the very inclusion of LIDIA goes against what they've said they were gonna do. Which is, they said they were gonna refrain from adding guest characters until they padded out the main Tekken roster more. But I don't think anyone would consider LIDIA this must-have Tekken character. She was literally the final DLC character of Tekken 7. So she is not some staple in the franchise. And the whole reason that they're not adding guest characters is because they want to make sure they don't miss any of those staples. But then they go and add someone like LIDIA. So I'm going to have a full separate video on that. But I personally am excited, and I am going to be playing her because I never played her in Tekken 7. I did not even buy her. So that's a brand new character for me, essentially. Then we have SLAYER. On this channel, I learned SLAYER for the very first time 2 years ago, I believe. Maybe it was 3. I think it was 2, though. I think it was 2 years ago. I don't even know what to say. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters in Guilty Gear. After learning him, he's a lot of fun. I think his design is quite possibly the best design in the entire game. And he has the best supers in the entire game too, just in terms of the way it looks. Only thing that I'm concerned about is his gameplay didn't change much by the looks of it. Meaning, is SLAYER going to be special? That's what I'm worried about. Because the special thing about SLAYER, at least in the last game, was that he hit like a nuclear bomb. The thing is, in guiltygearstrive, everybody hits like a nuclear bomb. So, would SLAYER hit even harder than everyone? Or is he just going to be the same as everyone else? If he's the same as everyone else, he's not really going to feel that special. But we'll have to wait and see. Final thing, AKUMA. I mean, what to even say about AKUMA? Really. Just know. Just know, I will be there day one. Just know. Yeah, AKUMA looks amazing. Obviously the highlight of Evo Japan. So there's not much to say about that. Yeah, just... If my only criticism is that none of these characters are even close to coming out. They're all a month away. LIDIA could even be further away, we don't know. And I really hate that because obviously I understand for Guilty Gear, right? Because Guilty Gear literally just got a new character. And Eddie is kinda new, right? He's like a month old. He's okay, what I'm trying to say is I don't understand why AKUMA is coming out so late. He's coming out at the end of the month. And I just think that if AKUMA would have dropped today or yesterday, it would have been a monumental occasion. Absolutely massive occasion. I mean, everyone saw the hype that that trailer generated, and it's Akuma, so he's cool, right? But let's not lie here, that hype is not going to be here for another month. Casual players are already going to forget about Akuma in a week. So, I really feel like they should have capitalized off of Akuma's reveal trailer. Also, I feel like, they also said that a balance patch is coming out with Akuma. Now, they specifically said that this balance patch coming out marks the start of Season 2. Now, I don't know about you, but that makes absolutely no sense because Akuma is the final character of Season 1. So how could the final character of Season 1 come out with the start of Season 2? That makes absolutely no sense. So, I truly believe that Akuma should have come out today or yesterday. I believe he should have been announce Akuma, drop him a day or two later. That's what I think should have happened. Like, that's what they used to do in Street Fighter V, by the way, and it was super hype. But not only because it's hype, right? Not only because all the hype generated from the trailer, people are able to go out and play the character right away. Not only because of that, but also because the game desperately needs it. Because the game is in a horrible state in terms of content. Zero content, and there hasn't been a balance update in a year. We needed Akuma to drop right now. Because here is my absolute biggest worry. My biggest worry is they already announced that Akuma comes out with Season 2, which makes no sense, but if they are sticking to updating the game every year, right? If they are sticking to doing one balance update a year, that means that Akuma is going to come out with the balance update, and there will not be another one for an entire year. Meaning that there is a chance that Akuma could be the worst character in the game or the best character in the game, and we will be stuck with him for an entire year. In my opinion, it is way too risky to release a character with a balance update and have that be your only balance update for the entire year. Again, we don't know if this is going to be the only update for the whole year, but that was their game plan for Season 1, one update a year. So, if they stick to that game plan, and Akuma is horrible, or he's amazing, it's going to shift the way the game is. And for me, I might just quit the game entirely if Akuma is trash, right? Because we need something to shake the game up so bad. Obviously, unless they introduce some crazy new changes to Season 2, of course, then I would keep playing. But we just need Akuma so bad in this game. We need a character like Akuma so bad. And it would really suck if he's horrible. And it would also really suck if he releases on a patch that's the only update for the entire year. And he's just stuck being horrible forever. That would be so unfortunate. Which is another reason why I think Akuma should have came out today and the patch should have come out at the end of the month. To give people time to realize where Akuma is at and what needs to be changed on it. Because again, Akuma historically is the best character in the game. But he could also end up being the worst character in the game. For example, if you analyze his trailer, his super is 10 frames. Not good. Very slow. That means his super is practically unusable as a wake-up. Most characters do not have a 10 frame super. So, again, that's just one side of him being horrible. But historically, he's really good. And that's just one move. So we don't know how good he is. But, again, they really should have gave it time, and they're not giving it any time. So yeah, I truly think Akuma should have came out at least this week. Because it just makes no sense that a character that is ending Season 1 is coming out with an update that's starting Season 2. Anyways, hopefully that isn't a disaster. Hopefully that all goes well, and hopefully they backpedal on their idea of only doing one update a year, because I don't want Akuma to be the best character in the game for an entire year, or also I don't want him to suck. I want him to be in a place where he's actually viable, he's really good, but he doesn't make the game boring, right? Because Akuma has done that. I believe in Street Fighter V, like, he was the #1 character for a little bit. But I didn't keep up with Street Fighter V that much, so maybe I'm just straight up lying. Anyways, Tekken 8 patch notes. I haven't gone through all of them, but for me, the big changes that stick out. No Jin changes, no Victor changes, no Nina changes. To be honest, I don't think Jin really needed any changes. But I did think that Victor needed changes, and specifically, I think that they should have nerfed Victor. They should have nerfed his running too, but then I think he should have gotten some major buffs, because, let's be honest, Victor is, without his running too, he's a horrible character. Like, let's be honest. I know everyone wants to cry and complain about him, but without his running too, he's useless. So I really want them to tackle that and make him a decent character without him having to rely on these super broken moves like while running too. Because again, he barely has any moves that are good. It's just that the one move he has that is good is like one of the best moves in the game. I know Azucena has been completely obliterated, so that's good. Nina has not been changed. I don't believe Devil Jin was changed. I don't believe so. Another thing that they changed is any grabs that have become... any grabs that are combo starters. So if your grab was a combo starter, it is now 14 frames, meaning you cannot punish moves with this grab anymore. Which is very good, because it made no sense that combo starting grabs were the same speed as normal grabs. Another thing that changed is Dragonov was severely nerfed. It seems like Azucena was completely destroyed, but Dragonov, we don't really know how destroyed he is. But he lost a lot of plus frames and he lost a lot of damage. So, yeah. I did not read the Fang part of the patch notes, but it looks like Fang was destroyed as well. Severely nerfed. So, it looks like, from what they're trying to do, it looks like they're trying to change the tier list. So that's fun, right? That's going to be really fun, having a new set of top tiers. Hopefully they're not annoying. And also they severely nerfed June as well. So, and when I say severely, I don't really know how bad these nerfs are, because number one, I don't play Fang and June. I did play Dragonov. But number two, the update isn't out. No one knows how badly this is going to affect these characters, really. But on paper, you can tell that they really want to change these characters. Like, they want to fully change these characters. So, to me, it sounds like they're just trying to make them top tier, but not top 5, right? That's what it sounds like they're trying to do. It sounds like they're trying to get a new top 5. They also, if I'm not mistaken, severely nerfed King as well, but I didn't read that part either. I kind of just skipped it. One thing that's exciting, though, is the character that got the most buffs this update is Leroy. Leroy got the most buffs. He got like an entire page of buffs. How good is this going to make him? We don't know. But all we know is that they are absolutely trying to make Leroy a good character. The best character in the game? We don't know. I would argue that they are really scared of Leroy and making him the best character in the game after what happened in Tekken 7. But this means that I can finally play Leroy, because Leroy was one of my favorite characters in Tekken 7, but he's so bad in this game I didn't even bother. But now I can finally check out Leroy, and I could get good with him, because I played Leroy when I was stuck in red ranks in Tekken. So my Leroy was only ever pretty bad, really. My Leroy was pretty bad. So now I can actually learn him as a character in Tekken 8. But I just didn't want to do that because he was so bad in this game. But he got a whole page of buffs, so hopefully he is viable now. Yeah. Overall, super excited about the update. I really am. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. All I know is that this is not a small update. It's going to change the entire game. Whether that's for the better or for the worse, we'll have to see. But for me right now, it seems like it's for the better because they're nerfing the super broken characters. Although my dream for a future update is for them to address Victor, because Victor is a really bad character. You take away his running 2, and really think about it, what does Victor have besides his running 2? You take away running 2 and back 1+2, and he's nothing. And I would really like them to tackle that and turn him into a character that is much more than just those 2 moves. Anyways, you know, like, sub, and let me know how you feel about the Tekken patch, and also all the Evo news, you know? And yeah, peace.